Sports Network. Here we are, John Foster, and I'm here with David Austin, and we're talking boxing. Harley Davidson, Mancuso. We're here at the store looking at these beautiful Harleys today, and we're talking boxing. We have a couple of the boxers here. We have a guy that's fighting for the title, a new title belt. David Austin, you want to tell them about what's going on?
Well, it's a wonderful thing, and here's the beauty of it, John. It's not a new belt. It's just one that people, aren't as familiar with as others. It's a great organization, the American Boxing Federation, the ABF, and so we have a couple of great young fighters that are going to be in the ring fighting for the title at 140. So it's a super lightweight title, and I can't wait to get it done. It's going to be right here at Mancuso Harley Davidson Crossroads here in Houston, Texas, October 6th. Tickets are still available, and I can't wait for people to come out and see.
So they're going to do it right here in the parking lot. They're going to build some stands.
So, we're going to have the ring outside, of course. There'll be, obviously, there'll be seating. We'll even have some standing room only. There'll be entertainment all day long. The boxing is going to start in the afternoon at about 4 p.m., and I cannot wait. In the main event, you're going to have King D'Angelo Keys, who is the current Texas champion at lightweight. He's going to take on Pretty Boy John Oriano for the ABF title at super lightweight. I cannot wait. You're talking about two guys that come forward, two guys that don't take a step backwards. And I tell you what, don't get up and go get popcorn during this one, because I don't think this one is going all the way.
It could be a quick fight.
Well, not too quick, but I think it certainly has that capability. You're talking about two guys that have an unforgiving style, about them. Two guys that come forward. You see a little more movement and angle, from D'Angelo. John is kind of a straightforward kind of guy.
You're not backing up.
You don't have to look for him. So this fight is going to be probably in more of a phone booth, than it is anything else. So it's an exciting fight. Two punchers that get in there and going to get it on. I think it's going to be great. And we have some great fights on the undercard as well, John. I think anybody who, if you are a boxing fan, or if you're just a sports fan in general, whatever you like, this is something that you don't want to miss here at Mancuso Harley. I tell you what, we have a guy named Gaganpreet the Pitbull Sharma making his American debut, coming in from India. He's going to be taking on the guy Grandmaster Brawler Cameron Burrows, and it's going to be a great fight. You're talking about the classic boxer-puncher matchup. I'm looking forward to that. So just so much on the undercard, you don't want to miss any.
What weight class is that?
They're actually going to fight this at 168. So we're talking about some pretty good sized boys.
That's big boys hitting.
Exactly, that are getting in the ring. And so it's not something that I would call a grudge match, but it's something that certainly has a lot of opportunity. Cameron is a guy with a lot of promise, a guy that has lost his last fight. Some people kind of doubt. He feels like people are doubting him right now. Yeah. So this is a proving ground for him right now. And then you have this guy who certainly wants to make a big splash, coming over from India, his first fight in America. Everybody's got something to lose in that matchup, except for you when you come out to see it.
And this is pro boxing, no amateur. This is the real deal, fighting for belts, fighting for money. These guys, they got to win.
Absolutely.
It's their career.
And we have another guy. I tell you what, if you're from Houston, if you're in the Texas area, you certainly know about this guy. We have Noe Lopez, Skinny Boy Lopez. The skinny team is going to be on the card. This is a guy who was the main event, in June 8th for High Stakes 1. He's going to be fighting for the Texas title at 140 at super lightweight. So I don't know. We have the ABF super lightweight title on the line. We have the Texas title at 140 on the line. Who knows what's coming up down the road? But I tell you what, everybody who's a fan of boxing should be out here at Mancuso Harley Crossroads, October 6th, right here to see this great card put on by Go Boxing.
There's one other weight class. Remember, we talked to him at the last interview.
People don't understand, if you're not a boxing fan, you may not know, but I tell you what, when you look at the action that you get in those smaller, some of those lighter weight classes, where these guys are just non-stop motion, you're talking about guys that throw more than 100 punches around. That's the kind of thing that you don't want to miss, and that's the kind of action that we have. And of course, we got to have the big boys do it.
Right.
So we have heavyweights on the card.
Tell us about that a little
bit.
Well,
I tell you what, we have a guy with a chip on his shoulder, as if boxers needed that. But we have a gentleman by the name of Juan Torres, who has more of a background in MMA, and you're talking about a guy who isn't just out here to win for himself. He feels as though he is carrying the torch for all the MMA fighters who don't get respect when they step into the boxing ring, because they don't feel as though their game, is respected because of the multiple disciplines that go into the MMA. And I tell you what, this is a guy who is a headhunter. He's serious. He doesn't go backwards. This is a guy who says he's going to knock out anything that's put in front of him. And October 6th, I got to tell you what, I wouldn't bet against him being able to do it.
I hear you. Well, David knows this stuff. He's been watching these guys for a while. I'm new to it, and I'm looking forward to it. Global Sports Network. You got to catch it.
You gotta catch it. You gotta catch it right here, Mancuso Harley Davidson Crossroads, right here in Houston, Texas. Make sure you go to the website, goatboxingpromotions.com. Tickets are still available October 6th. Be right here. You do not want to miss any of this. And thank you so much, John,
You're
for
welcome,
having me.
David. Thanks for coming.
Thank
Goat
you.
Boxing, Global Sports Network. See you soon.